First question, you just came off the stage at Parookaville, the X-Stone stage here. And tell us, do you like the gig and the crowd?
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
it like?
I did. In the beginning it was quite empty, but then when it started raining, thankfully everybody wanted to get inside, so it was really nice. People started to flood in, and yeah, it was sick. And also, I really like the setting here because it's these old like hangars where there were airplanes before. And it's really nice to play there because it feels kind of like, you know, industrial in a way. So it's nice. It's really nice.
And do you also like the concept of the festival that is basically a city with having, for example, a church and a jail, and so where you can get tattooed or?
Yeah, it's cool. It's really nice. I haven't like experienced something like this before, so it's nice. It's dope.
Great to know. So you are a fairly young and fresh new face basically in the dance industry, so you just released your first tracks a couple of years ago. And how did you get basically into the scene and into dance music in general? When this interest emerged for you?
Actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I was completely against anything that had to do with electronic music, like before 2012 and backwards. Before in my life, I only listened to like rock and soul and funk and stuff. And then when I came into to high school, I guess it's called, I had friends that started to show me like house and Avicii was starting to blow up then. So yeah, I just got hooked. It was really cool and it was really different from what I've been listening to before. So it was nice. It was something fresh, and yeah, that was how I started.
Great. So you had basically a phenomenal start in the scene by releasing a remix and an EP on X-Stone, and you're actually still climbing the ladder higher and higher. And you got a support from the biggest names like Greul and Gossip, obviously, Steve Angelo, David Guetta, and you managed to achieve this in all basically in a year's time. So how does it make you feel like that it went so fast?
Very grateful, and also, I don't know, it's like, it's very surreal when a lot of the names that you've been looking up to start to like recognize you. It's very strange, and it's also very humbling because it kind of like, I don't know, it's just, you feel accepted in a weird way. It feels weird to say that, but you're like, you become one of them, and that's a very special feeling. So it's really cool.
So also thankful for the support basically, because that helped you to...
Of course. I couldn't have done anything like this stuff. I couldn't have done anything like this if it wasn't for the bigger names that helped me.
So basically that was very funny because so I was thinking of questions for you, and I wrote down here that there's a hot remix that can be found around the web that's not released yet. For example, your remix of With You by Dirty South. Now actually it turns out you released it on your SoundCloud.
Yes.
And so actually I wanted to ask you about the release, but it's actually now over. So let's just ask you about how it came about with this remix, your idea, because it's a very kind of, it's not really full to the floor, it's more like electronica sounds.
Yeah.
So do you do often stuff like that? Do you enjoy like working with not like the typical fall to the floor beat?
I love that stuff. It's so, I've always been very different in what I do. I do like super dancey and house tracks as well, and then I just create whatever comes to my mind basically. So that track was just one of those projects that I just made for fun, and then I put Dirty South's a cappella on top of it, and then it turned out really nice. So then I decided to just make something of it. So it's just me having fun in Logic, and then it turns out into cool projects.
So basically start off with an idea, and you just see where the project takes you.
Exactly, it's a journey for me. When you start out with it can just be a sound. For me it was the like background, the rain stuff. I just like watched some YouTube video, and then I thought, hey, that would be nice to incorporate in a song in some way. And then I just put that in, and I started to play around with some like big pads and stuff, and I wanted to make something for a film almost. Yeah, I just went from
kind of soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly. So that was how it came about.
So do you have any musical idol or dream collaborator you'd like to collaborate with in the future? It could be both inside and outside the EDM world. What would you think of?
Jesus Christ. I would say Michael Jackson, but he's not here anymore, so...
Or is he? Unfortunate,
it's kind of cliche, but I love Coldplay. And every single Coldplay song that is out there, especially the latest one, which is called Miracles, it's the best song ever. It's so good. I love his voice.
So well musically composed and with the voice.
Yeah, everything is just like... And I actually saw them live a couple of weeks ago, and it was the best thing I've ever watched in my whole entire life. So yeah, it would be really nice to make something with them.
Okay, and our last question would be, do you have, or what are your plans for the summer? Do you doing some more studio work? Are you working on some releases? Do you doing more shows? What does it look like?
We have 2 more shows this week. Ibiza Ushuaia with Axe and Seb, and then also Tomorrowland Axton Stage on Saturday, something like that. And I think that's it for the rest of the summer, and then in September we're gonna go to Japan and play some Axton shows there as well. But in the meanwhile, I'm gonna go to the studio and just produce tracks, whatever comes to mind. We'll see what happens.
So thanks, Klahr, for having the time for us.
Thank you.
And yeah, it was amazing to have an interview with you, and we're gonna see you next time on Electric Line.